Oh, so kombucha does. I wanna know why you're such a, you know the word.
Doing his best, isn't he, at Macclesfield, working hard.
Is he?
Getting his head
How
down.
is he doing? Because I can't imagine him.
Second bottom.
Good.
He took over them. They were finished.
They were second
He's
bottom.
come in. He's come into the club. He's getting across his message.
He's mad. And that's not. He actually look mad. Pedro.
That's a record. No.
No, hang on. That wasn't my
What
phone.
was that?
That wasn't
Less
my
than
phone.
a minute.
Under a minute.
That wasn't my
Incredible.
phone.
That wasn't your phone.
No, it was your phone.
It wasn't. Mine's in my pocket. No phone calls during the pod.
I don't make the phone calls. They come to me.
Okay.
See, it's like a pun. It was clever.
Yeah.
Timing. Hi.
Hello there. Is that you? Is that you? Father. It is. That's you. Is that you, Debbie boy? Tito.
Can you?
Tito's fine. Rich produce of the country.
You can't be.
Father. That's you. Speak to me, boy.
Hello.
Is that you?
What do you want? Who is it?
Father. You be father. Is that me father?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like me father.
Is it not?
Does it? Flav, is that you? Flav?
Yeah.
Flav, is that you? Sorry, Flav. Sorry, mate. It's Declan. Declan Rice. Sorry, I thought it was talking to me. One of the lads over in Ireland. Don't worry about it. I'll see you later.
Is that all right?
And see.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Potato, is that bad?
I'm not sure
It's not
about that.
racist, though.
You
is
can't
it?
be racist to Irish people, can you?
Who said it first? That Keith Lemon guy, so it's fine.
Can you?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to One for the Weekend. The reason I did that phone call was because Declan Rice is officially one of our own. He's one of our own. Declan Rice has finally been given clearance by FIFA. It's been approved.
Yep.
He's now English.
Yes.
Didn't used to be. Now he is.
You used to have to go through, like, I don't know, registering your nationality at birth. Now it's just go for the FA.
I mean, he's called Declan. Is there? I don't think there's a Declan ever to play for England.
There's not more of an Irish name than Declan.
No.
That's that and Paddy.
Yeah. But he's been able to switch allegiance. 4 caps for Ireland. Of course, played at youth level for Ireland, but they were friendlies, so it doesn't count, does it? When you sing the national
Calm
anthem.
take on it.
Calm take, and there will be some calm takes.
No, can I calm take on this?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'll just get over it. He's not even that good.
I feel like you're a bit triggered about Declan Rice because people are saying he's better than Eric Dyer.
No, he probably is better than Eric Dyer.
Calm take.
That's not a problem.
Calm take from me there.
I'll give you a calm take.
Go on.
He's hyped up because he's from West Ham and he's playing all right, but he's a big fish in a very small pond.
Okay. I haven't seen enough of him yet. Calm take. So I'm not going to make that call if he is that good or not. But I fully expect him to be in the England squad next week.
I think.
But how do you feel about that? You know, is he a traitor? He's playing for one club. You could say, you could call it a club, can you? And then he's just gone. No, I don't want to play for you,
Yeah.
despite how the fans feel about me and the connection we've got. And I'm going to go play for the other club that's right next door to me that I hate.
Right.
Thoughts on that?
Calm take. He didn't realise he was.
It's a bit like Sol Campbell, isn't it?
No.
It's a bit like Sol Campbell
No, it
and
isn't.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar. Nothing legally binding that means that he should stay at Arsenal. Just a calm take there
Just
for
a
you.
moral. There's a moral code, though, isn't there? And that's what.
In this, so you're angry at Declan Rice then? Yeah. You seemed fine about it a second ago. I'm sure you just said that.
I don't think he realised that he was going to be as good as he is. And then he just thought, well, I'll go for Ireland because they're playing international football. I can tell my kids I play for my country. And he's like, oh, Jesus, I'm quite good. I'm quite good and I'd rather play for England.
Now, Irish fans they'll be screaming at us. And that's fine. I understand
What
that.
difference does it make to them? What difference does it make? It's not. He isn't going to make them any better. He's one player.
I think he will.
No, he's one player amongst a sea of mediocrity, right? He's not going to get them qualifying for what.
It's an Irish sea of media.
He's not. Listen, he's not going to get them on his own qualified for a World Cup or the Euros, right? So what does it matter whether he plays for them or not?
No, but it's actually even more important for teams like this when you do have generally mediocre players. Those one or two who are of a higher level, you need them. You need them in your team, don't you?
Yeah, fair enough. But he's like, I'm not doing all this for all them.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and play for.
Do you know what it is, mate? National allegiance, whatever, right? Cards on the table, Declan. you didn't realise you had a chance.
Yeah.
You didn't realise you had a chance to play for England.
Yeah. Do you reckon like Gareth Bale wakes up every morning going, fuck, still Welsh?
No, I don't think he does. But I do feel
Spurs,
like...
Come back Spurs.
I would like...
Gareth
could
Bale's
happen.
coming back home.
You want him, do you?
I don't know if he's getting outside, really. Is he getting outside?
Can I just find a thing on Declan Rice there?
Yeah.
I think this is it's a bit outrageous. I think friendlies, or I guess also if you have the Nations League, there's going to be less friendlies, so there's going to be less opportunities for people to do this. But I hope when Declan Rice gets interviewed, he goes, "Oh, I didn't realise I was good enough to play for England." Just be honest.
Yeah,
Don't go, "Oh, it's such a hard decision."
So
It's such a
refreshing.
decision. Truth was, Gareth gave me a bell and went, "Oh, you were quite good actually, weren't you?" I went, yeah. I thought it was like an average centre back, but I'm actually a really good DM. Fancy coming over here? Really? Yeah, hang on. Let me just pretend like I'm bothered.
Yeah.
See you later.
Does he have, when he speaks, I've never heard him speak, does he have an English accent?
Couldn't be more Cockney.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, but I mean, so is...
And actually, Ireland have been fucking nicking our players for ages. Andy Townsend is not Irish. Matt Holland is not Irish.
Clinton Morrison.
Clinton Morrison is not Irish. He's like great-grandmother is half Irish or something. Like, you've been nicking our mediocre players for ages. We're having one of yours.
Calm takes there. Welcome back to One for the Weekend, the best podcast you've never heard of, unless you have heard of it. If you're here for the first time, welcome. It's a sort of mix of craziness, nonsense, bits, and football chat. I'm James, this is Flav, and over there is Tanveer.
Big dog.
Hello.
Big dog! Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What?
Ow!
What are you doing?
See?
Yeah.
Does it all the time. You do that all the time. Don't get shy now.
Yeah.
Don't every morning
Do
he
it.
comes in the
Go
office.
on, do it.
He goes,
Big dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't do it as soon as he comes in. He sits down for a bit, calms down, gets himself settled down, and then he goes.
And then I just burst out with one of those.
He goes like this. He'll reach down and he'll go, "Hey Jimbo, know what time it is?" I go, and he goes, "Porridge time for the big dog."
Oh my god.
Every morning.
Every morning.
I've never done that.
Oh.
Here are some reasons to listen. This is a podcast. It's on YouTube, and we love that you watch it on YouTube because we need you. We need you in the comment section because this is the best comment section on the fucking internet. All right.
It is one for a weekend.
But also it is on iTunes. And if you want to get a shout out, that's probably your best bet.
So hungover.
I know, mate. We'll talk about this in a second. We're recording on Wednesday. Flav is trying to keep the spirits up, and I appreciate that. Hang in there. Stay giddy. I love that giddy drunk feeling. It's nice, isn't it? Stay there. Stay
But
there.
it's not. This isn't a nice feeling.
Oh, okay.
I had 9 pints of Yakima Red.
That's all.
Actually, no, not true. Not true. Because I finished the barrel.
You finished off the bet. What, just over your head?
No, I think a lot of people
Chug.
were drinking it and it ran out. That's the truth.
Wow. That's a
So
lot.
then I moved on to another beer. Because I'm a fucking bloke, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
Because blokes drink a lot.
I had to drink. It was so. We'll come on to it.
Okay. Reasons to listen. So go onto iTunes, 5-star review, then leave your review and we'll read it out. Dwight Adams, he says, quality, 5 stars. Love this podcast. Keep it up. Honestly, it's the best podcast you've never heard of. Flav's Lover says,
What?
Great podcast. Could be better though. Let's get Flav wearing less. Tight white t-shirt and G-string, anyone?
Pay me.
How much? How much for that? Seriously.
To
Do the podcast in a G-string and a white t-shirt.
£2,000.
$2,000. Okay. Leave that with me, guys.
No, actually, I don't. I've got loads of money. I don't need it.
He's loving it.
You know how I know that it isn't my lover? Because there's no apostrophe on the S, and I would never fucking sleep with someone so stupid.
That's why we haven't slept together. And Jim Jam 789, Flames equals Flames. Love the pod. Flames chemistry is quality. Basically a sexpert from their advice now. However, only listen on iTunes because James is a very ugly man. No need. No need. And actually from the comments section, a couple of nice comments as well. Well, one, Copper Rabbit, 1.5 hours? Nah, can't do it. Gave him a bumper edition, didn't we, last week? Because essentially me and Flav don't see each other as much, so now's an opportunity to catch up.
Just have a chat.
It's just a bit of us time, isn't it?
Exactly. But this was my favourite comment of the week. Druv Sharma said this. Hi guys, just checking in. I slogged through the entire week at my office desk in Mumbai. Monday to Thursday, crunching numbers on Excel files, one after the other, just so that I can go back home on a Thursday evening. Thursday evening to the tweet from James Alcott. 2 L's, 2 T's. Saying the One for the Weekend podcast is up. I make sure I get a quick taste of what's on the pod for that week, that night, and on Friday morning. Try and make it early to the office, just so I can sit with my cup of cappuccino, lay back, relax, and listen to you guys chat about women, relationships, and most importantly, football. Wow. This part of the week is really special to me, and you guys literally touch lives as far as India.
Wow, my brother.
The pod is unmissable. Great work, guys. # don't stop. Thank you very much, mate. I read that and I was buzzing.
Really?
So well happy. Yeah.
Jim, you've got to make these pictures bigger on your laptop, mate.
I know. But it's so jam-packed, this podcast.
Why'd you say my brother then?
Yeah, why'd you say my brother?
What do you mean?
Because he's Indian.
You're Indian?
Yeah.
Unless
England comes calling.
I don't see
Do you know
colour.
what
I don't see colour. That's just me.
Oh, you don't see colour.
That's just me.
Jim?
I don't see it either.
No.
Yeah.
But you seem to.
I can't, yes, you got fucking issues, mate. Druv, mate, bruv. Bruv sharma.
Yeah.
Bruv sharma.
Bruv sharma.
Mate, what a lovely thing to say.
Very nice. Right, calm takes. Starting to get a bit of momentum. Please put #, sorry I did that, #calm takes. #calm takes in the comment section. Because it makes it easier.
Sorry I did that.
Yeah, he just has to
Yeah,
sit on his hands.
And then he just clenched
just has to resist.
Brian said this about me. He said, it's really annoying, you edit yourself as you talk. I'm sorry. Anyway, Dave the Rave Schmidt said. Felt like it should be
Brian
Schmidt.
now, is it?
Yeah, good friend.
First name basis.
Yeah. True Geordie to the
That's
rest
the
of us.
true Geordie.
Yeah. Well, you're civilians, aren't you? Here's a calm take for you. So a
Lovely-
calm take is the
lovely
opposite
man,
of a
lovely
hot
man.
take.
Sorry, just one thing.
He's a nice guy.
When I went over the kickoff and he hugged me.
Oh.
Have you been hugged by a large gentleman?
I mean, well, Brian,
He's
yeah.
got to disappear into his arms and you're like, God, I'm so safe.
Yeah. He smells good as well.
It does smell good.
Which you wouldn't, you'd wonder, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Because he wears vests a lot. But he smells great.
Yeah, he does
All
smell
the
good.
There's nothing wrong with vests.
Yeah.
Tanveer loves a vest.
Yeah, he does. He's
Under
always
a
got
jumper.
vests on. What, do you know, like, big men in vests who've got big arms, I understand that.
Get it.
You want to show it.
Yeah.
But
What's T up to?
normal people who wear vests are fucking suspects. Like, you wear a vest for no reason, right? A t-shirt under your jumper, that's fine. A vest under your shirt or under your t-shirt and then another jumper on top. What kind of fucking sex pest does that?
Do you know what? Please don't name the names if you realise who I'm talking about. But the example that came to mind when you were talking there was a guy who did a video. He's in the online world of football, and he was wearing a Slazenger shirt and a sort of stringy vest underneath. And you could see both together. And I remember seeing it, just thinking,
I don't know what you're talking about.
good. It's weird. Anyway, calm take is the opposite of a hot take.
You got a vest on now?
Yeah.
Show me. I don't believe you. Just show me your shoulder.
Actually, I don't have a vest like that.
Yes, Tanveer.
How do you not know? How hairy are you?
I just either get up in the morning and I put one on, or I just don't.
He's so hairy. It
Usually
feels like
yeah.
he's got a vest on.
It feels like I do have one. Yeah,
Really?
I've got that.
Do you ever just shave it off so it's like a vest?
Yeah, please do that.
Dave the Rave, come on. Referee decisions need to realise all clubs fans think they are hard done by,
Yes.
and that we've seen the rules are blurry in cases, so need to calm down and focus on how their team performed. For example, Arsenal played very well in the North London derby last week, but I think that's been lost due to all the talk of the refs.
Very true. And over and over again, this has been illustrated. The goal that Harry Kane, the penalty decision, was correct. There is that is in black and white. If when the ball's coming over, he isn't interfering with play until he attacks the ball.
Right.
He doesn't get a chance to do that because Mustafi goes through the back of him.
Right.
It's a penalty.
Interesting.
There's no debate. Oh, there's an agenda against. Why didn't Arsenal win? Because you bottled jobs. You bottled it.
So they were.
Who's the
Going back to his point, they played far better than Spurs.
They did, and they had every opportunity, and they should have won the game.
Yeah,
They had a penalty on the 88th minute, and what happened?
missed it.
He didn't just miss it; he bottled it. He saw him; he absolutely shit himself, and that kind of sums up Arsenal as a football club. They shit themselves.
One kick of a football sums up an entire club. Calm
Do
take.
you know what I love?
Stick
And
with
people are gonna
context.
hate this. You're gonna like put a dislike on it if you want, whatever. But
He's thinking about it.
What, he's
Thinking
lost it.
about
I've lost it.
He's
Gone.
lost it. Okay, back
He's
to
lost
you.
it.
Back to you.
I
James.
thought that was a dramatic pause. Nope. He's just still drunk.
The best thing about it was how many times we cheated. We encroached on penalties. We encroached on their penalty.
Spurs are getting different level when it comes to like the shithousery.
Yeah.
Lost your way. Like the Spurs, the Chelsea game, very aggy, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like it's what it used to be like. Oh, Spurs are soft as shit. Don't worry, it's Tottenham. They'll bend over for us, and we used to. But now we didn't. And like,
now you stand up.
well, if
Clench.
we're going down, we're gonna fucking take a little chunk with us.
Know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
But
another.
the Pochettino been 2 game ban. 2 game ban. For what?
Rightly so.
What?
What for the Mike Dean thing?
Yeah. What?
Really?
2 game ban. And apparently, like the FA loves Spurs or something.
Can I, in between a couple of other calm takes that we're going to go through here, here's a hot take.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's turning on Poch. I feel like it's going to start to go.
Sorry, did you watch Champions League last 16?
You should have lost that game, really.
Should we?
Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I just feel like that time and again, what the media wants, the media gets, right? And people are starting to turn on Pochettino. They are. They're trying to
the
find.
media.
Yeah, because do you know, like last year, like Mourinho, people had got this time last year. People were like, Mourinho's done all right, you know. Then he went out to Sevilla, and then people started to turn on him a little bit, and then it became the story of the new season because Pochettino had a good year the year before. The rest of the managers were all quite new. There was no one else to pick on apart from Mourinho. Now, if Solskjaer gets the job, which it looks like he will do, he might be in the frame for the media to jump on him as soon as he loses a game. But otherwise, I think it's Poch. My gut, Mr. Gut, says that people are going to start to turn on Pochettino.
We'll see.
Just a thought, just putting it out there. Just feel free to tweet me when it happens. And feel free not to, otherwise, because that'd be weird. Smart Alec, though, he says, Spurs are in the best position. Without spending big money on players, they've moved into a new stadium with the best manager, best core group of players, and are in a better financial state than they have ever been, whilst looking likely to reach a quarter-final of the Champions League. Well, they are now in the quarter-finals. That's a smart take from Alec. Would you agree with that? Have Spurs got the best core group of players?
No.
Are they in the best financial state?
No, we're about £800 million in debt.
Do they have the best manager?
No, he hasn't won anything.
Poor take. Look, it's our bruv Sharma.
Broadshot.
He's got calm take. Why does everyone have their panties in a bunch regarding Klopp blaming the wind? You don't blame the wind? Do people not get that he is taking the attention off his players and actually succeeding at it? Sir Alex Ferguson used to be a master of this. Yeah. Thoughts on the wind?
Well, I don't know about the wind, but...
He blamed the wind, basically.
So why do people have their panties in the bunch regarding Klopp for blaming the wind?
Because the week before he blamed Man United getting injuries for his team losing their rhythm in the game. I saw a great tweet like later in the week going, "Oh, Man United got 9 players out for their game against, I think it was
PSG.
Watford or so. No, it was in the week. It might have been Watford or whoever. They've got 9 players missing. I'm worried. I worry for Liverpool and their rhythm in their game against Watford.
But the fact that people are getting the panties in a twist regarding Klopp is because he's doing exactly what you said. Like if people weren't getting the panties in a twist,
that's the point, isn't it?
That's the point. Yeah.
Right.
So like that, you've answered yourself in your own question there, bro.
Sorted. Lewis. He said this: Celtic would be at least a top 6 team in the Premier League if they were in it, with the budgets of most of the teams.
No,
that comes from the Rodgers debacle. Lost his first game.
They
Wheels have fallen off.
Name me one Celtic player that gets anywhere near a top 6 side.
I don't think that's his point. I would agree with Lewis on this one.
No, you'd be wrong.
What?
They would finish top 6.
No, they wouldn't.
No, not that squad.
Oh.
If you take that club and put them in the Premier League within 3 or 4 years,
So
they're flying.
why aren't Newcastle?
Because
Newcastle has a comparable in size.
Not sure.
There's no way.
They're not comparable in size.
That's
a good question though. But Celtic got like crazy history.
Okay.
Probably more fans around the world. Definitely more fans around the world.
So that guarantees top 6, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that allows you to be...
All their history, tanveer.
In terms of a strong marketable brand, I would imagine Celtic would be able to make more money and they'd be willing to spend more money because Mike Ashley, as we all know, is a prick.
Apparently taking Newcastle off the market again. That's what I heard, yeah. Just does not give a shit, does he?
I'm just waiting for him to turn it into a shopping centre, a stadium. Just go, fuck this.
Yeah, this is
I mean,
boring. This is really boring.
Yeah. Andy Flood, final calm take for you. Any season in which Liverpool take 4 points from both United and Everton is a success. The bottling it agenda skews opinion. And the title race is far from over.
Yeah.
Calm take there.
Yeah, it's
Nine
no,
games left.
the title race isn't over at all. And he's right, 4 points from United and Everton probably is a success most seasons. But you're not getting, it's the bottling thing is just the easy go-to thing, and we know it winds. No one wants to be called bottle jobs.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It is horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and if the fact that Liverpool were 5 or 6 points clear, was they were at one time 5 points? I think
it might have been 7. Was that a set-up? Set me up there, come on. I think it was nearly 10, wasn't it, at one point? I think they had the opportunity to go to 10 points.
I mean...
what do you think about that now, Flav? That new information you've been given?
They bottled it. What's considered? Do you know what we should do? We should create... What is the criteria for bottling it with Liverpool? At what stage will it be bottling it, or have they gone past the stage where they can't bottle it now?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there a sort of...
So they've already bottled it once, I guess. If someone said that. Have they? I mean, let us know.
What? It's a tiny bottle.
Comments below. Yeah, no, the bottled ones, because if you're like 7 points clear, that's like bottling it, I guess. But they can get it back in the position. So now that's done with, right? They've been called bottle jobs. They can process it, move on, right? But if they somehow manage to go top again, they've got another chance of bottling it.
But the accumulation of the bottle, that's what I'm interested in. So the initial bottle, that's like one of those like 30p little mini bottle, right? It's a little Panda Pop bottle. Right?
Yeah. Well,
like the
no, that's quite big. I think that's more like it's more like let's say an Orangina bottle.
So it's an Orangina bottle right now?
They've Orangina bottled it.
Great. This is brilliant. Right, this is real football chat, lads. And ladies, sorry, Dottie and Emily.
The two that live.
I think if there's more, let us know. What shape of bottle is this bottle if they are to bottle it? Is it a little mini cola bottle? That you get in a pack of Haribo. I would say it's that right now.
No!
It's bigger than that. You're going Orangina. You're going Orangina.
Orangina bottle.
Fucking hell.
Coke bottle.
Orangina, and it's got bits in it as well, isn't it? Your Orangina. What does that resemble?
Like all the players.
The wind.
The wind.
T, what sort of bottle is it? Is it a bottle?
I'd say just a Ribena in a bottle, just a £1 one.
It's all it's bollocks though that all this bottling in it. It's bollocks.
Are you doing that to sort of cover your own
Yeah, because
Spursiness.
Yeah, because there's 8 teams left in the Champions League. Everyone who doesn't win it's a bottle job.
Yeah. No.
Not
haven't bottled it now, have they?
Because they've gone well.
Yeah.
So where's Spurs' ceiling in the
It's
Champions
about
League?
exceeding expectations.
So there
good
is
point,
zero
good point,
chance.
Good point. Semi-final is not bottling it for Spurs.
But let me guarantee you something. If we get Ajax next round and we get through them, or Roma, something like that, it's nice. It could be kind.
Yeah.
And fuck it, we'll have
So you're in the
Barcelona right now.
semi-finals?
I'd have Barcelona right now.
Why not?
Why not?
But I'm telling you what's
so we can
bottling
get
it
to the
what's not.
semi-final, but we lose.
Yeah.
It will be all over the place that we bottled it. Another semi-final.
It just depends how you lose.
No, it ain't. It doesn't.
It does.
They're not
I
like
love it.
there ain't
It's
people
so
out there.
nuanced.
There ain't people out there. Yeah, it's not nuanced. There ain't people out there going, they play well, so I won't call them a bottle job on Twitter.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's define this, people. Define bottling it.
If you exceeded expectation, then it shouldn't be a bottle job.
Do you know what it is? It's about watermarks, right? So Liverpool, they hit the watermark of 7 points clear. Okay. So do we judge them by that watermark, or do we judge them by the initial expectations of the season?
I think also you've got to add another nuanced debate about it as well. There's that for sure.
Okay.
But you've also got about how.
Can you answer my question at some point?
What is it again?
So Liverpool start the season. You go. What do you want from?
No,
season?
no.
He would go. Payjack or whoever would go. I just want us to challenge. I want us to get close. I want us to move forward. I want us to have more points, right?
25 points.
So that's the expectations, right?
Yeah.
That's the expectations, okay? they have, along this journey, their watermark has splashed up here. 7 points clear, we're going to win it. Okay? Say they end up back where they were at their expectations at the start, which was not to...
Within 5 points.
Within 5 points, exactly. That, for me, that's not bottling it, just because your watermark was splashed up there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But a lot of people will call them bottle jobs because they got into that position.
Yeah, but the motives of people calling them bottle jobs aren't... It's not about being fair, is it? It's about...
Okay, so what
irritating
is...
people.
So, but that's what I'm
You
saying.
also got
so
about
we can move forward as a community, we need to get a definition down. That's what I'm saying.
All right. I don't know.
Leave it to them. We'll read it out next week and we'll conclude this. Okay? What is the definition of bottling it? Let us know in the comments below right now. Okay. That was good. I enjoyed that. Tanveer's here, as you know. For those of you who are new to the podcast, we like to test Tanveer normally on his football knowledge, which is woeful.
Well, we've learned that there's other stuff he doesn't know.
We're trying to broaden both. We're almost broadening our horizons on how dumb Tanveer is.
I mean, it's not dumb, is it? It's just like general knowledge.
He's not big on history.
The thing he's big on 3 things.
He likes to look forward, not back.
He likes
bums.
He likes bums.
Do you like some bums?
He likes fingering, and he likes
anything.
He likes a sharp. He likes going into the barbers and getting a sharp trim.
He likes haircuts.
Yeah.
And he likes working out.
Tanveer found a few grey hairs.
Quite a few actually, yeah.
Yeah, but when you've got like his hair is so black. Like I've never seen a hair as black as that. It's like jet black.
Yeah.
So he's going to stand out.
It's gonna happen, isn't it?
And do you know what?
Salt and pepper, nothing wrong with that.
You know what? A few grey hairs, refined.
Yeah.
And men look good with grey hair.
He's 20 though.
21.
Is that what you are? 20. Well.
Anyway, so we've been
probably some
testing
sort
on
of
different
STD.
things. Last week, Flav tested Tanveer on who was Bill Clinton. Tanveer sort of got it right.
So was he saying American Prime Minister?
American Prime
But I was
Minister.
under pressure.
I know.
I knew the answer.
So Flav, I don't know if you want to think of one, but T. Dyer Westfield, Bull Street OG, he's gone hashtag bettering Tanveer because we're looking to better him and educate him.
I'm not sure this betters him, is it?
Well, he's going to learn something here though, isn't he?
Yeah, go on then.
So there are 3 things we're wondering, or he's wondering, if you heard of. Woolworths.
Yeah, that was like Argos.
It wasn't really.
What is
Go
it?
in there and buy all sorts of crap.
It's a shop.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
You used to work there, didn't you?
it did. On the entertainment counter.
In the same account. Well,
Yeah.
first
I
steps
was
into
a-
the entertainment
I was a designated sales assistant.
designated.
Yeah, getting paid an extra 15p an hour.
Wow.
An extra 50.
The big
Yeah,
bucks.
it means that you could give refunds.
Really well.
Fucking hated that.
Marathon
do you know what?
bars.
Do you know what? I got sacked from Woolworths. Well, I was allowed to resign because I stole a Twix.
Allowed to resign.
Yeah, they instead of sacking me, they said you can resign.
Stop banging that.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't throw it, Scott. I want to refill that.
I ate a Twix and I stole a Twix and they caught me on camera.
What did you learn?
I was hungry.
You learned that you were hungry.
What? So it was funny because they called me up.
That's dumb, innit? Just
No,
pick
no,
a
but
mix.
listen. This is the thing. They installed cameras because they suspected people were nicking stuff out of the stockroom.
And it was you.
Well, I stole a Twix. I was like, fuck Woolworths, man. I'm getting paid £2.63 an hour. It was below. And I thought, I'm gonna have this Twix. I'm hungry. And I ate the Twix, and they showed me the video evidence.
Of you eating a Twix.
Yeah. I'd love to see it now. And it just stand But not only that, 15 people got sacked for nicking.
Really?
Other people were taking like lots of stuff, like
Just a lot of Twixes going
No, Twix was. I think that's why they said to me, look, we're not going to sack you, but you can resign. So it's not on your. Why did you leave your previous job? I resigned because I was fed up.
Taking it a bit too seriously, really.
It's just a Twix.
It's just Woolworths.
I don't know, when you're 15, you're like. Well, I wasn't that bothered because I went and worked in Mothercare in Marble Arch.
Right.
That was good.
Okay. Marathon bars. Heard of them too?
No, not heard of them.
So, this will blow your mind. Marathon bars,
Yeah.
right, are now something very different.
Yeah.
Well, the name's different.
Can you guess what chocolate bar is?
It's a chocolate bar that's in circulation today.
It used to be called Marathon, is now
We
called...
will be talking more about Arsenal Man United.
Is
very
it like
soon.
a
Stick
sweet
with us.
or like a chocolate?
Just tell him he's never going to guess.
Snickers.
Okay.
And Opal Fruits. What
Also.
are Opal Fruits?
Also.
Also has been rebranded.
Yeah, different name.
I don't know. An
Starburst.
opal fruit.
Starburst.
Do you know what? Opal Fruits, right? This is harsh, but we did do it. There was a girl who...
Oh, hang on.
There was a
What-
girl...
What are you going to say?
She had a head the shape of an opal fruit. She had a really square head.
Like Willany?
Like Willany, yeah. And we called her Opal Fruit Head.
That's very
Look, we
nice.
didn't know, she didn't know.
She
We never said it to her.
Oh, right,
She never
right.
found out.
Yeah.
But then, right at that moment, at peak Opal Fruit Head laughter, which again, I apologise for. I was
You
young.
threw
I
an
was your
opal
age.
fruit at her.
No, I didn't throw anything at her.
All right.
They changed the name to Starburst. And we were like, that doesn't sound as funny. So we kind of left it.
Yeah, because opal fruit heads
Yeah.
sounded
It's not
more
saying
like
it.
That's good.
yeah.
Have you ever heard of George Orwell?
No.
If you want a better tanveer, let us know in the comments below with some
Next
options.
week, I want a paragraph on what George Orwell
I'm not giving you any.
what
of
work.
this.
Come on.
Come on. It's part of the
Oh,
show.
it's so hard in this. You can't do 2 minutes. Just learn something. Bet
Yeah.
yourself.
He cobbles this bullshit together and it takes him a day.
Okay.
Let's have a look at the fixtures for this weekend. So, Crystal Palace playing Brighton, kicking us off. The 12:30
Ooh.
game on Saturday.
Oh,
and that is a tasty one,
That
Flav.
is tasty.
People won't realise how tasty it is and people get confused. But why is this a derby? It doesn't make any sense. Fortunately, we have someone on hand who made a documentary, a short one at that, on Palace versus Brighton.
It's
And the crux of it is that it's actually a bit like the normal derby games that we think of. It's because one's called Eagles and one's called
no
Seagulls, isn't it?
seagulls. Let's do with Alan Mallory and his manager, and there was a big dispute, and there was a game where it was a particularly tempestuous game, and Alan Mallory threw some money on the ground, some change on the ground, and said that's all your club's worth to Palace or something like that. And anyway, from that point, there became
Kicked
a big
off.
derby, and because neither of them actually got a rival, really, had they?
No.
Um,
Croydon
so-
and Athletic.
But yeah, if you are interested and find out 11th, there's like a 7 or 8 minute little mini doc we did last year on it.
Yeah, because when Brighton came up, that is quite a big game for both teams. Brighton, they both Palace should be fine. They look better with Batshuayi up front through the middle. Is he good?
Is he?
Is he good?
Is he good though?
It's difficult to figure
That's
out.
another
isn't
one, isn't it? Is he good?
I think he is good.
Is he?
I don't know.
Craig, who's a Chelsea fan, he hates him.
Craig hates a very specific kind of striker who
Yeah.
used to play for Chelsea. I'm not saying that.
No,
He seems to be.
is that all right? No.
Is there a
all right,
club?
just
Probably not.
mark that down. Beep it. Look, let's look at the evidence.
Yeah, the two players he really dislikes. Is there a
Lukaku.
team that you don't...
Drogba.
I did
Or
like Drogba, actually.
No, that's true.
Did like Drogba. Is there a team that you just fucking hate and you're not really sure
Loads. Burnley.
why? It's
Burnley, yeah.
Yeah, turned on Burnley,
Fuck
didn't you, last
Burnley.
week? Someone said in the comments they felt the way you do about Burnley about QPR because he was a Leeds fan because of the way we played against him. Oh, really? Fuck off, mate. Beat you twice this season.
Speaking of which, it was 4-0. Fucking Brentford. Brentford comes and slaps you about. Didn't they?
Oh, mate, I'm not going back there again. That is not watching football. I'll tell you. You know, we go, the game is, I wish it was like it used to be. Oh, the terraces are great, blah, blah, bring back the terraces. No, don't bring the terraces back unless it's high enough that I can actually watch the football. There was a massive, I'll tell you what, this camera, right? Imagine you are a post. This is me watching the game. When it gets passed across. Fucking mess of a ground, Griffin Park. Joke. That's not watching football. I don't know what happened. I don't know. We lost 3-0. We lost 3-0. Fine. Okay. Penalty. I don't think it was a penalty. I couldn't tell you though because I didn't really see it. Joke of a
Got to
club.
go now though, isn't he? This is getting ridiculous.
McLaren.
Yeah.
1 win in 2. 1 win in 8 as well.
You lost 8 out of the last 9
Lost
games.
7 of the last 8. But we have won one of the last 2 against one of the best teams in the league. So you can spin it either way.
No, you can't. It's time for him to go. The rot is.
Can I actually, whilst things people you hate and referees and goes against the calm take earlier in the podcast. Keith Stroud or Shroud, whatever he's fucking called, go away.
No one
Go
knows what you're
away.
talking about, Jim.
Yeah.
He's a ref. People know what I'm talking about. Everyone's had Keith Stroud, and he's crap. This tiny little man who doesn't understand what's going on. He's just scurrying about. He's lost. It's so bad. He's guessing. Go away. Stop refereeing.
You're not over that result, are you?
Yeah, that's no problem. No skin off my nose.
And then who you got next?
Who we got this weekend? I don't know. I can't remember. Shouldn't have given up a bit. Season's over, innit? Yeah. Season is over for the Rangers. No, Brentford won. Fair enough. Adam was gracious in defeat.
Was he?
And he asked how were you? He said how was Craig. That was about it.
Gave you a QPR smile after the game.
I actually found him in the he was in the beer garden before the game, and I sort of snuck up and just started slicing his bum.
Did you? Was he with his mates?
Yeah. That's what's hilarious. Actually, I've got two shoe stories from my weekend's football. First of all, Adam's got this mate, and he is the guy that they like to sort of tease a little bit, but he's good. He's got a good bit of a patter back. Anyway, they're all having a party, and then one of them looks down and he goes, "What's going on with your shoes?"
To
this guy. I've forgotten his name now. And he's like, "What are you on about?" But he was getting a bit shifty, like straight away. And they go, like, "What the fuck is going on? Your shoes are enormous." Right? It turns out, he's like, and then someone trod on the front of his foot. And it was just shoe. He's either too lazy to get the right size, or he's got a cheaper version and they were cheaper, and you could fold them back. And anyway, we made him get his shoe out, and he goes, "Oh, I've just got wide feet. He puts his shoe out, and then he starts to like try, and he goes, "Look, it's fine." Puts his foot, and then we're like, "Well, hang on, no, line him up. Anyway, he had massive shoes on. The other one, and I'm walking out, we've lost 3-0, head down. Look to my right, there's a bloke with no shoes on and blue toenail polish on, just walking out the ground.
There's a QPR fan.
He's a QPR fan.
Yes.
He's just got no shoes on.
That'd be us.
But I was just like, do you know what though? I was like, what is this? Like, took a quick video of it and tweeted, I went, that was weird. And then a couple of people were like, that is strange. And then one person was like, oh, this guy's been doing it for years. It's a lifestyle choice. He's actually a really nice guy. And then the guy got involved going, oh, thank you. The guy, he doesn't wear shoes. That's his thing.
Well, so the guy...
Full stop, doesn't wear shoes.
Right, and he got involved on Twitter?
He didn't get involved. Someone went, oh, actually, I know this guy. He's a really nice guy. It's just a lifestyle choice. And I felt a bit bad.
Yeah.
And then the guy came in and went, oh, thank you to the person.
What lesson have you got to learn there?
It is weird, though.
Yeah, but...
I stand by that.
What lessons?
Probably shouldn't take a video and put it on Twitter. For my list.
Well done.
Take it back.
Well done.
So
you've done this before, haven't you?
Wigan. Yeah.
That come back.
It's funny, isn't it?
And also...
It's how we learn, though. Live and learn. Probably one of my favourite phrases.
And do you remember the Snapchat story when we went to Russia? You insisted on filming that guy's hair?
No.
Really?
I don't remember it. Whose hair?
The on the ferry.
Ah, that was funny.
And I was like, it's a bit out of order, isn't it?
Yeah. But his hair was awful.
He doesn't need to be publicly shamed, though, does he? Just want you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, fair enough. Learn a lot. Always learning. Good. At the football. But, I mean, he's going to have, like, piss on his feet and stuff like that. Strange, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, it is strange. I mean, you open yourself
His
up.
rebuttal to that, someone said it is weird, and he said, well, but you'll walk around in piss in your trainers and then go home and then wear those shoes again and again. I might have piss foot. I'm paraphrasing now. I might have piss foot, but I go home and I wash my feet.
Not sure that works.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good comeback.
No.
And look, I mean, if you're going to wear that, if you're going to walk around and paint your toenail blue and wear no feet, you've got to expect a bit more thick skin, both from the bottom of your feet and
yeah, from
generally.
head to toe, really. Cardiff versus West Ham. Oh, it'll be tasty there, won't it? Cardiff, West Ham.
Yeah. Should kick off lovely.
Bring your shoes.
Yeah.
Huddersfield versus Bournemouth.
You know you're at like it's a bit of soft as shit football club, and you can go and watch them with no shoes on without fear of.
Why is that soft as shit?
Because like there's no movement, there's no like action, is there? He can literally wear no shoes and get away without injury.
The only thing that I wouldn't agree with that, but I would say in terms of being soft, the blue toenail polish probably doesn't help. Cardiff versus West Ham. There'll be rucks aplenty, so bring your knuckle duster for that
I
one.
grabbed him by the fucking throat.
Yeah. Huddersfield. If you're part of those gangs, because it is just a bit fun, isn't it? They have a ruck, and then they carry on with the rest of their week. Yeah. Let's know who wins. Huddersfield versus Bournemouth. Leicester versus Fulham in the Ranieri derby. Newcastle versus Everton. Those two hate each other, don't they? Newcastle and Everton.
Do they?
Yeah, they get a bit funny with each other. Yeah, that as well. Southampton versus Spurs. They hate each other a little bit, don't they?
Southampton's,
You steal all their players and that.
I mean,
managers.
Liverpool took over, but yeah, there was a period of us. We took Glenn Hoddle and Dean Richards in the short period. R.I.P.
And Alderweireld.
Yeah, Alderweireld was on loan though, so we bought him. We bought him from Athletic.
And Pochettino.
And Pochettino.
Quite a lot in it.
Yeah.
And Man City.
Well, and Gareth Bale.
Yeah. Man City versus Watford. Man City go first this week after you in the title race. Wanyama as well. Quite a few, isn't there?
Poor old Southampton.
Poor little stuff.
It's like if they had just kept their players, they could probably have, I don't know, finished in the top 4 or something.
They could be. Dusan Tadic as well. Can
Tadic,
we talk about
Tadic, Ajax?
Ajax versus Real Madrid? Hello.
What?
Get in there, Ajax.
I'm obviously fond of Ajax because the connection between Tottenham and Ajax, the fans and stuff, there's like an affinity there.
Oh, right. What a game. I absolutely tore him a new one. It was
Incredible.
Brilliant. I love games like this where like it's the end of an era. There are games that you don't really see them coming, and that game is probably one of them. I'm sure people come out of the world and go, no, I really thought Ajax doing something in this game, but no one thought they were winning.
I spoke to our good friend Andy Brassel. He was at the Fighting Cock Social last night.
What a guy. Was he?
Lovely. I invited him down because
Lovely.
I interviewed him on the.
Looks exactly like Sean Derry.
Does. And he said he could see. But he knows everything.
Yeah, Andy Brassel aside. I actually sounded a bit like.
Some interesting things about Real Madrid. Like they just don't have. They're not spending on money. They're trying to build a new stadium, and it's a bit unlikely that they're going to invest heavily. And their wage bill is insane.
Yeah.
God,
Gareth Bale's on £650,000 a week.
That's why he won't go to Spurs, right?
650,000.
He won't go in. No one else will pay that much.
We'll definitely have to take. Well, if he don't ask to leave, then they'll pay his wages. His transfer. If he doesn't ask for a transfer, then Real Madrid have to pay up his contract. So or the buying club does. So he's going to get all that money anyway. So he might. I don't know. I think Man United's probably the most likely destination.
Do you know what's tough is? I was watching something about they were talking reacting to the Ajax Real Madrid game, and they were talking about someone said, and the big clubs are going to come calling now for these Ajax players. I was like, Ajax are huge. In my head, Ajax are a massive club.
So
it's just money, isn't it?
Yeah.
It comes down to money again.
I spoke, again, on some plugs for the Fighting Cock, but I spoke to 3 Ajax fans and did a podcast just talking about the relationship between Tottenham
and
and
is
Ajax.
that behind the paywall, the Patreon paywall, that's available now for all Fighting Cock fans?
That's free.
That's free, wow. But there's more great content behind the paywall, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
There's a WhatsApp group with 190 people in it currently.
And you could be in that? Could I be in that?
If you pay your money, anyone can come.
Wow.
Put the cup down, Flav.
That seems like really good value.
There was coffee.
There was water in that one.
No.
But yeah, end of an era for Real Madrid. Arrogance. The arrogance of Real Madrid. The arrogance of Ramos.
Can I answer the thing about Ajax?
Sorry, go on.
Is they...
you threw your cup.
Yeah, sorry. They understand their size. And while Ajax are a huge club and their academy is undoubtedly the best in the world, they realise that the restrictions for the era of Devezi means that they will never be able to keep their players. They can't pay them the money, so they always lose. But you think like the players around the world that came out of that academy, and the fact that they've got De Jong who's going to Barcelona. And De Ligt in
19 he's already been captain for a year.
He's incredible.
Well, he was amazing. And with Ajax though, it's got to be difficult for their fans.
Tadic was the one from Southampton.
Yeah. Tadic, Southampton fans must be like,
where's that come from?
Fuck over there. Absolute, like little spin and then little ball, lovely. But yeah, if you're an Ajax fan, you've got to know that all these guys are going, and we've got a few months with them, and then they're gone, and then you've got to start again. That must be really sad.
Yeah, it's gutting. It's gutting, but it's what they do, and it's just they understand it, the system. The one that they were a bit fucked off with was Davinson Sanchez when Spurs signed him, because he refused to play the last 2 games of the season.
Really, that's a shame.
And he'd literally only been there a season. Ajax took a punt on him and brought him over from Colombia to play in Europe. And it apparently wasn't him, it's his agent. But yeah, they were a bit sore about that one. But generally, they're okay about. They understand
Yeah,
what they
part
are.
of the course.
And yeah, like I said, what a result! I mean, incredible result. And there was nothing more, Jim. There is nothing more than I would enjoy than a semi-final, a quarter-final against Ajax, and going to Amsterdam. Although I'm a little bit worried. I love Amsterdam. I'm going May 10th to May 13th, and I'm going to fill myself to the brim with magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
I kind of hope Spurs don't go out there, because I know how English football fans abroad behave.
Right, and they're going to ruin it.
Yeah, just you can imagine, can't you?
Would you go then? Because you've been having the social events, haven't you?
I'd love to go.
Call off the social event just to go.
It's quarter-final like a Champions League.
I'm not your girlfriend. It's your choice. It's the third third round of the FA Cup. Using that excuse on me. Is that what you say to lads? But they'd have to understand. It's part of it.
It's a good shout. I haven't thought about that.
What about that though? What about the Yankee?
They don't make much money out of them.
Can I just do this? Sergio Ramos, you arrogant prick. Take that. Huh? Oh, well, get a booking. Don't worry about it. I'll see you in the quarterfinals.
Shit.
Oh, will you now?
I forgot
you
about...
arrogant shit.
Did he not play last?
Because he had his booking, didn't he? And do you know what the best bit of it? Little cherry on top of that Ramos cake. They're filming a documentary about him, and he was in the stands, and there's a cameraman on him. God, I wish I get to see that footage.
I'm sure you will.
And he goes, bom, bom, bom. No, you arrogant shit.
Did you see the compilation of Arsenal?
I retweeted it.
AF Fan TV. Like that's the issue, isn't it? That's why people get pissed off. It's because
that's the job, though, isn't it?
That's their job.
That's their job.
No, I
that's
appreciate
what they're
it.
trying to make their job.
Absolutely, yeah.
But then you have to take the embarrassment, and it is.
But that's why people get and other fans get annoyed with them. It's because that they're giving ammunition to other supporters. They're making their club look bad. They would say.
Very true. Other big games. Yeah, Man City get to go first, which I think.
Who are they playing?
Watford at home.
Come on, City. Come on, City.
So actually, oh no, they don't go first. Sorry. Oh no, they do go first. Sorry. And then on Sunday, Liverpool, Burnley.
The thing is, with Man City, everyone can deal with Man City winning leagues. It's like a plastic football club, but
I want Liverpool to win it.
But Liverpool, shut up, James.
I do.
James.
I want Liverpool to win it. I do.
No, you
Man
don't.
City.
It doesn't matter if
doping.
Man City. Yeah,
they're doping.
Exactly. They're cheated. Fine. Let them win it.
Liverpool, proper football club.
No, absolutely, and that's why they can't. They are a proper football club.
So it's like a void. It's a void year, isn't it? When Man City
win, it doesn't count.
It's a void year.
It actually doesn't count.
I would never hear the end of it if Liverpool won the league.
Do you know? There was a guy I was listening to a radio station calling, and a bloke, a Man United fan. He said he would rather Man City win the quadruple than Liverpool win the league.
That's the one. That's the only one that gets it close. Where they go, oh no, we haven't got the treble. We haven't got the treble anymore. They don't have the treble anymore. Man United. That's the only thing that we go. Okay, Liverpool have it maybe. For Man United fans. But this guy, he would even let them have the quadruple.
Yeah, that's how much they hate Liverpool.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but.
And then Chelsea versus Wolves. Wolves always up for a shock there. Maybe again this weekend against Chelsea. Good counter-attacking side. Chelsea a bit dodgy on the counter-attack at times. And then the big game of the weekend. Arsenal versus Man United. Thoughts on Arsenal after that game last week? Were you impressed by them in terms of their performance? And after this game, Arsenal got very lovely, jubbly running, and fourth is on if they can get the win there, and obviously beat those other teams. It's not as simple as that, as we know.
Yeah, they're going. I mean, you're saying
but
they're
they
going
put
to win 8
themselves in a
games
good
in the
position.
bounce.
Do you know, I was thinking about that one. I was thinking, you know what? If they get top 4, I'm happy to apologise on this podcast. Because I've said from the start they haven't got the squad to finish top 4, but they've given themselves a chance.
I was impressed against Spurs.
What did you think when you saw the lineup?
I thought that that we were going to... I thought they would struggle. I thought they were very narrow in defence. Mustafi as a right back wasn't something I was expecting.
A lot of big names not playing as well in that game.
Yeah, they had Aubameyang and Torreira on the bench.
And
never playing.
Kolasinac as well.
Yes.
Who would consider key players?
Yeah, Monreal's as good as, so... I mean, what I did see of Emery is he planned that match out in its entirety from first minute to 90. He knew exactly when he was going to make his subs. He knew exactly when Aubameyang and Torreira were going to be brought on, and it worked. Or they didn't. If I'm being honest, the only thing they didn't get is the result. But they definitely had the better of the game. But they kind of, it was weird. It wasn't an Arsenal that I expected to see. They conceded possession. They let us have the ball. It wasn't as brave as they used to play under Wenger, but probably more realistic and pragmatic. Probably get better results that way. But the football, I mean, it's not as good. I wouldn't say it's probably more effective, but than Wenger's in the last couple of seasons. But it's nowhere near as exciting.
They would have taken a draw, wouldn't they? I think that, like going into that game, that was the aim for them.
Yeah,
even though I know it's a derby game, but you want to frustrate.
You would have taken the draw, but the way it ended, with them having that penalty in the 8th minute to not score, you feel like it's a loss in it. You feel like you've lost it. But if it wasn't a penalty, really, it should never have been given. So
they won, yeah, true. True.
And a lot of no, they should. I explained this already. Yeah. But like a lot of Arsenal fans were going. Actually, I think it was actually DT. I think you said about VAR. Like VAR's like I don't know. It might have not been him actually. I don't know who it was. But if VAR was in, that would have been 1-1.
Would it?
Yes.
What, because of the things you stated earlier?
Yeah.
Right.
And we scored in the first half, but it was offside marginally. Another day that goes in, it's fine. So swings and roundabouts. They would be happy to a point, I think, and so was Spurs as it ended. And it was a really important one, really important. Because if we lost that game, we would have been 1 point behind us, and we still have to play Man City and Liverpool away. And as you say, their running is quite easy. But now it's 4 points. If they get beat by Man City and we beat Man United and we beat Southampton, it goes up to 7. Then it's very hard for them.
Very true. But do you know what? They do even have a chance at getting third, don't they? Really, 4 points is nothing. Yeah, especially when you have got to play Man City.
Yeah,
that would have what it. Like we were talking about earlier, the sort of the watermark and then expectations.
They finished top 4. That's a great season.
Yeah, and if they can get third, that's incredible. That's an incredible season for them.
Yeah,
I think I've had Man United since I saw that stats thing, and then I looked at the injuries. I think they're going to still finish 6th, because everyone's forgetting that Chelsea have got a game in hand, and because of that, they'll trundle along, get their wins.
Man United have won every game they've played so far, apart from one against Burnley.
Do you know what the problem is?
And
I've said it now. I said it a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sticking with it. So I'm trying to spin things to make it work.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of evidence to say I'm going to be wrong, but I still got them. Yeah, I think they might be 6th.
Are you backing? Are you giving him the job now, Solskjaer?
Yeah. I was gonna. To be fair, after Liverpool, when we had so many injuries and stuff, he still did so well to manage the team and put a good team out and stuff. So
did he manage to disrupt Klopp's flow, didn't he?
Yeah. In games we weren't even playing them, which is impressive.
One of the three from the community was to talk about Brighton Palace. We've done that already. Snuck that in.
Most importantly, go and watch that feature.
Yeah, watch that feature on the Bull Street channel. Subscribe now as well. Max Chadwick, his 2 others from the community. Watford's run this season. Talk about that. And Troy Deeney. I saw Watford a few weeks ago where QPR played them in the FA Cup. And they were solid, they were resolute. And they got pumped by Liverpool the other week. Actually saw that one as well, 5-0. But they actually had some chances in that game as well. But there's always one team that has a good season, is at the top of that next league table. Watford's done brilliantly. Yeah. They're slowly chipped away and accumulated a really good squad, whilst having no
consistency, no manager,
yeah,
no foundation. You can't fault the way the club's being run. It's unconventional, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Gracia. Is that how you pronounce it?
Gracia, yeah.
If he gets sacked at the end of the year, probably typical of Fulham.
The problem they've got is
Watford.
exactly what happens to them every season now is like they fall off a cliff in the last 2 months of the season. And so it'd be interesting to see if they can kind of keep it going and actually start to believe that they can do something a little bit different.
But they're bold though. Like they go out and they take chances on managers that no one's really heard of. The only sort of logical one they made was Marco Silva, which didn't work out for several reasons. They have got a really lovely squad and they're playing lovely football. That's the thing.
I feel like they lack a little bit of pace. That's one thing I think they're struggling. Yeah, but he makes up for that lack of pace with that sort of that trickery that he has.
He's quick, isn't he?
I guess. I mean, he's more a technical player and a creative player.
And
than
you've got the tenacity of Troy Deeney.
They got size. They got serious size.
Yeah, Capoue, Decore.
Yeah, exactly. Deeney up front, who's getting fatter by the day. He's getting stockier and stockier. But that's his job, and he does it well.
And then you've got
even people like Cathcart's a good centre back.
Pereira's
a player like that. They were, I think, I didn't know anything about him, but when I've seen reports since, it's kind of the fact that they got him. A lot of kind of scouts. Your boy Brassel, he'd be. I reckon he'd be saying that he's quality. Well, he was at. I think he was at Juventus. But when they got him in, there were those kind of. Yeah, people were going like, "Wow, this guy's got something special," and he's one of those players who could go back up to those, top 6 sides.
Yeah.
But he's had a good season as well. And then even like little clever players like Cleverley or the guy from Derby, Will Hughes as well. Like all mixed together, they've got just quite a solid mix of experienced players, solid players, and then a bit of quality as well. Had a great season, done really well.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's just like they're a proper Premier League kind of team now. Like you don't fear about them ever, even if you have no idea what it's going to be there next year.
It's a good few seasons now, isn't it, that they've been in the Premier?
4
or 5, yeah, amazing, done well. Steve Costino wants us to talk about Balotelli's Instagram story celebration. Seen this, Flav?
No, of course not.
You've not seen it?
No.
It's literally been everywhere.
So he scored for Marseille, penalty, runs off. Lads are coming over.
Hang on.
He goes to a photographer or something, and he gives him basically Balotelli's phone, and it has his Instagram stories available to him. Boom, does an Instagram story celebrating with the lads.
Is he good?
I mean, it's just him celebrating with the lads.
It's good, yeah.
Thoughts?
It shows a little bit of ingenuity because didn't know he's acting quickly.
Pre-planning.
It was pre-planned.
Well, yeah, the guys. Basically, it's his phone, so he must have given him his phone.
I thought he did it on the guys. Oh, sorry.
No, I think it was his own phone.
I thought it'd be cool if it was just
Instagram.
the fans back.
Oh, right, no. The guy was like, straight out with the phone. So very staged, very much staged.
I guess it's genius in for his sort of social reach.
Yeah, they got a little bump up there. Yeah.
He's,
DMs would be on fire, wouldn't they too?
Yeah.
I'd expect the old school would get like pissed off about it. Any kind of selfies or new modern culture that gets appropriated by players seems to be kind of scoffed at.
I wonder with a lot of this stuff is like me and you are kind of like we're caught in between the old school and the new school, and where do we sit?
Yeah.
So that's why I was wondering what you thought about this. Because initially I did it again, didn't I? With a bit of a temper, I've gone game's gone, retweeted and gone game's gone.
Oh, did you?
And then later on, I thought,
it doesn't matter. Like it's Balotelli as well, isn't it? Like
some people will go look. Do you know what I'm more annoyed with when it comes to celebrations? The knee slide.
Because of the potential risk of injury.
No, because no one does anything else now. That's the only way to celebrate now. Is a knee slide. They run to the corner, do a knee slide. I get why you're doing it. We've all done it as a child at a wedding, done the old knee slide, and we've loved it. It's very gratifying. I get it. But we're not seeing any other new celebrations, despite us talking about this one, which is very original.
The greatest celebration you've ever seen, and what's the worst? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Do you know what's overrated?
Klinsmann was good. Klinsmann, it caught fire.
Yeah.
Didn't it? Everyone was at it. That was good.
He doesn't know who Klinsmann is. But
do you know who Jurgen Klinsmann is?
No, we've done that one.
Oh,
so he basically, Jurgen Klinsmann, if you don't know, had this reputation for being a diver. And he scored on his debut for Spurs. And his celebration was to dive.
He was a diver.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah, he was a cheat. Overrated? Oh, man, fuck off, you've had a baby. So what? There's fucking fuckloads of them. All over the place. They're popping out everywhere. The world's overpopulated and you're celebrating bringing another little pollution maker to the world.
last week we asked you. I was born in Birmingham, 1974, and I played for 5 clubs in the Premier League as a defensive midfielder. I won 40 caps for the Republic of Ireland. I was relegated for the first 3 Premier League clubs I played for. Read that really funny, sorry. Few people got it. I'm not going to read all your names out. Stephen McKinley, I'm going to read yours out though. What a mate. You got it right. Lee Carsley. This week on...
He did. I think the Who Am I is Lee Carsley. Thank you and good night. So didn't really. It's a weird sort of structure of his sentence. I think would suggest that you're not 100% sure, but the thank you and good night would suggest that you're completely confident. So don't know. Left a bit confused there. And I can just imagine him at the computer screen like this. I think it's Lee Carsley.
And then he realised it was.
Thank you and good night. Send.
Do you think people do that when they write comments? Send. During my career spanning 3 different decades, I played for clubs in 4 different countries: England, Scotland, France and Italy. I won the Champions League. 22 caps for my national team, but I was relegated twice from the Premier League. Bit of a response to the request last week. Hashtag players that make you feel sick. Do you want to sing a jingle for this one? Might be players that make you feel sick. Players that make you feel sick. Players that make you feel sick. Right. Jake Barlow, he says, Mario Balotelli. Just spoken about him. El Hadj does a bit.
It's Spitty McGee, isn't he?
Spitty McGee. Yeah. Spitty McSpitface. Michael Owen.
Yeah, I have always hated Michael Owen because of that video with Neville Southall. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, where he's banging it in.
There's like a 12-year-old kid in goal, and he's celebrating, like dinks it over, and he's celebrating, like, and Neville's like, well done, he's 12, you dick, or something like that.
Very true.
Neville Southall is a ledge.
Joey Barton. He makes Jake Barlow feel a bit sick. Pablo Osvaldo, as well.
Pablo Osvaldo, I think he's the one that.
He got in his strop, didn't he? At Southampton and.
Right. Yeah.
Think of one for yourself, Flav, whilst I read out these last 2. Tommy D, 2006. He says Lee Catmull is a player that makes me feel sick. He's a Newcastle fan though, so that's probably why. But he's got Peter Beardsley as his profile picture. Probably makes some Peter.
He's been sacked by Newcastle.
He has.
Yeah.
And I was desperate on the kickoff. I was desperate to do my Peter Beardsley impersonation. Didn't get a chance. Probably the shortest. That's a world record, I reckon, for the shortest impersonation of anyone.
Perfect.
The player. Golden Brown, he says, players make you feel sick. Martin Keown, that was the one I went to, if I'm honest, as a player.
I remember.
And Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, I do remember that, the way he was screaming in his face.
Spittle everywhere.
Yeah. It wasn't very nice.
Is there a player that makes you feel sick?
Yeah, Fabregas. Fucking hate him, rat.
Tanveer?
You just got to name a player.
Yeah, he's got a name. Sorry, don't worry. So that was right. That was on me. That's on me. That's poor presenting. Not disappointing headlines time. It's not disappointing. It's confusing. Okay? So this comes from a tweet. So the headline essentially is the tweet. This is from a lady, Sydney LaRue Dwyer. She plays for Orlando Pride. Okay? Actually, there is a headline because I went to the article. US women's national team player Sydney LaRue Dwyer trains for Orlando Pride while pregnant. Okay? I'm fine with that. It's okay to be pregnant, right?
Of course.
It's okay to be... Just to be clear, it's okay to be pregnant. Right? But the tweet that she put out, she's gone, I didn't think I'd be starting off pre-season 5.5 months pregnant, but here we are. Again, I've got no problem. I've got no problem with her doing it. What I don't understand is why would you bother with pre-season when you're 5.5 months pregnant? You're only going to get bigger. You're going to then have to have the baby. You're then probably not going to be able to play for a little bit. And then you're going to have to do pre-season again.
Yeah, it's not that. It's also very dangerous.
Is it dangerous at 5 months? I would imagine the doctors checked her out.
No, so you can run and exercise. It's not dangerous like
no, but
the baby's going to fall out. But you may, she might get clattered.
Yeah,
you got to be some kind of arsehole if you double foot her, aren't you? 5.5 months pregnant, you prick!
Imagine she's running down the wing. Take the lot!
Calm take.
Calm take?
It was just a joke that she did on Twitter. So she's not actually in pre-training.
She's just eating too much.
Up and kicked her about.
Right.
No, she is pregnant, but she's just like, this is
She's
good.
running in the second picture.
Yeah, I know, but she's probably just got a ball and she's running really awkwardly as well. Like she has got like, a bag of sugar in there.
Yeah, that's because she's 5 months pregnant. Hot take for you. Shouldn't be doing that. Just,
What?
I don't mind exercising. Absolutely fine.
Where should she be? Back in the kitchen? Is that what you're saying?
Whoa, Flav.
If
whoa,
she likes
whoa.
cooking.
What do you mean, whoa, Flav? He's
Not
saying
cooking.
she shouldn't be out there because she's pregnant.
I agree. That's very dangerous.
Yeah,
Imagine she falls over. That's it. Done.
yeah, and so what's the next step? Put her back in the kitchen? Is that what you're saying? Make
No
me a
one
sandwich.
said that.
No, is that?
Well, that's what you're getting at.
Why is she into cooking?
Probably not. I don't know.
I just don't see the point of it because she's only going to get bigger.
I'm sure it was just like a play for retweets and.
That's a shame. She shouldn't be doing that. She's got 2 million.
Well, then, nor should Balotellis then.
Fair point. All right, Flames advice time. Here we go. My name's James. This is Flav.
What
Together.
time is it actually?
We are.
Car's parked. You've got to hurry up, mate.
No.
You're going to be paying
How
my
long?
£80 fine then.
How long?
8 minutes.
That's fine. We're in Flames
Yeah,
advice.
yeah.
It's fine,
All right.
it's fine, it's fine. Quick fire. So quickly, let me just read this. First of all, a bit of advice for you, Tanveer, from last week's advice where you went, just ask her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So For the Pool says, what ridiculous advice from Tanveer. Do you know how many hopeless lovers' problems would be solved if they just asked them out? It's never that easy. These people come to Flames in a time of need for their calculated and nuanced advice.
Yes.
What they don't need is Tanveer coming in with lad voice. Just fucking ask him out. What's the problem? Love the pod, guys, but that really got my goat this week.
However,
Remedied.
I also saw someone say to the advice you guys gave that it wasn't aiming anywhere because you told them not to ask the girl out.
Tanveer, I didn't read that out, did I? I haven't read that
that's
out,
the point.
have I?
There was also another comment.
Hang on, which side again? You just take
So
your
I'm
medicine.
just putting
Take
that-
your
I'm
medicine.
just putting that out.
Mark Hollenbach, just checking in. Everyone check in, please.
Yep.
Just so we know you're all right. Bit of advice for the community. Hashtag don't move is back. He's gone, in these moments, I find it best to switch positions or do a bit of kissing or focus on
Do a
her.
bit of kissing.
Do a bit of kissing.
Or focus on her. Give the little guy a rest. This is way better for optics and, what does that mean?
I don't know what optics means.
And reputation as a lover, more importantly. You're welcome.
You are welcome.
Yeah, literally everyone does that.
Do you ever kind of stop mid thrust to
Don't move, don't move, don't move.
give the old chap a rest?
Yeah. Yes.
What do? You just pause.
Just pause and don't say anything. Just stay completely
You
still.
just-
So
Stop moving.
I'll play music, and just before we start, I'll go, should we play musical sex chairs? And she'll go, yeah. She goes, why do we have to do this every time? I go, let's just play. And I'll keep the music on, and then when I'm struggling, I'll pause it.
That's good.
And then when he's all right, because he'll whisper to you, won't he? In your mind, you go, I think I'm all right now. And I go, bam, bam, bam. Back in it. Anyway, 8 minutes to go. So last week, Harry, we need an update. This is a quick chat. Harry, we need an update from you. There was 400 employees, and he wanted to ask the girl out. Flav, T, just went, I'll just ask him out. We get more nuance, maybe get the Friday drink going. We haven't had an update from you, so please give us an update. Will Otterson, that's this week's advice, and this is tricky. So Flames advice, checking in boys, and could do with some Flames advice. I'm in my first year at uni and there are no girls I'd pursue on my course. This past week we started a new module which mixes students studying different subjects. Here's the predicament. Now there are two very interesting prospects. A very attractive French girl and a more edgy, but still pretty, Spanish girl. The girls aren't on the same course as each other, but obviously now we have a weekly class together. How do I juggle this so I can show interest both ways, be able to have a drink with them both separately, but then still have neither of them thinking there is any kind of weird vibe in class? P.S. One for the Weekend is a masterpiece.
Well, I would say to you, don't be a greedy pig. Don't be a greedy pig.
Interesting take.
Just fucking pick one. And if it was me, I'd go for the cheeky Spanish.
Would you?
Yeah.
Edgy.
I just-
Like the word edgy, did you?
Yeah, I like edgy. There's a couple of things. There's also the words that you've used.
Tanveer will be coming to you soon, so get some advice.
There are no girls I'd pursue. Pursue is a bit creepy. And
I think that's quite gentlemanly.
subjects.
What?
He's like.
Where does he say
describes girls
subject?
as subjects.
Where?
I know he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Leave it
So you're saying he's been a...
No, there's another one. No, prospects. Sorry, prospects.
Right.
Two
I'd say he's
interesting
just keeping his
prospects.
options open.
I'd say, look, talk to both of them, but I like the confidence, though. He's just like, yeah, I mean, obviously they're both going to want me. So, I don't want to make the vibe weird.
Yeah, sure.
When you're at uni, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's just dicks flying everywhere.
Okay, you can do that. Can you do a graphic of that? Can you find some dicks?
What, you want me to put some...
Yeah.
dicks
You want
on
me?
screen?
You want me?
Photoshop.
Yeah. I'm not going to put dicks on screen.
Might as well. If you can find one. Green screen, dick overlay.
Just put penis PNG into Google.
I think you're missing a trick there. This is uni. Dicks flying about everywhere. Get
Yeah.
involved.
Get 'em.
I've got some advice, but Tanveer, what do you think?
I reckon he should take them both out for drinks separately and then not sit with either of them in the class because
Power play.
otherwise the other one will see
ignore
straight
them?
away. No,
Just
yeah,
be-
just sit with his friends or do what he's doing.
That's
But
good.
don't sit with either of them. Otherwise, the other one will know that
That is good.
there's something going
That is
on.
quite good.
Or just pick one and don't like.
Nah. Again.
Boring.
All right, we're moving on for Flav.
Boring.
But is it
He's
right?
dating, Grandad. Calm down. You can have different prospects.
He's just not prospects. He's just keeping his options open.
But no, the minute he goes into the classroom after he's had the date with each of them, he fucks with one of their heads, and that ain't alright.
Well, no, one could go completely
What?
bad, and then that's
Well, in
that
this
one
way-
But
goes.
he doesn't know which one he likes. You can't just go, that one. Because he might like both. Date them both.
Actually,
I
do you know
would
what,
take
Will? Don't date either of them.
Ridiculous.
What?
Don't date either of them.
What I would do is, I think T's got something there. Don't sit with either of them. Sit with your mates. Make sure you arrive to the lecture with a few of your mates, so you're always in that group. But you can say hello to both of them, fine, cordially, right? Then take it online. So you can talk to them both online, and if you want to have a drink with them both, fine. And also, if they then want to talk to you after that and you want to do stuff, again, it's online, and that way you keep the two of them apart from each
Tanveer,
other.
what he could do is he could date one, couldn't he? And then after two, sleeping with them twice, he could do what, Jim?
Yeah, Jim. What could he do?
Your car's parking's going to be...
Yes, it is.
It is. It's up, unfortunately. Strange advice. Not
Jim,
sure I
Jim
do
has
that.
some great advice for that exact situation.
Shit. That is quite good, but you've ruined it, Flav. They
Can
could have heard it.
Can
but-
I just say one thing?
Yeah.
One thing. It's a quote from Toby Alderweireld, and we'll just leave you with this. It says, "We did well at Wembley, but to make it at home was difficult. The new stadium will be massive for us. In the North London derby, even at Wembley, the atmosphere was incredible. Imagine that atmosphere at the new stadium. There is no club like this in the world." Oh!
Mate, what?
What?
Dick's
I thought
flying
you were
everywhere.
going to give Jim's advice, but secretly through that quote or something. And
No,
you
no,
just
this,
missed out,
this
innit?
is
You
more
just
important.
actually-
Spurs have played their last game at Wembley, everybody.
Wow, best
Last-
winner trophy then.
That's not necessary.
See you next week.